states, yeah. Turbo crystal over my head, yeah. I'm trying to touch the Middle East, yeah. Lord willing, oh. I got some shit so big to wiggle your block, yeah. I HP's in this Glock, yeah. And them bitches high, yeah. I'm trying to get lifted off my feet up in them chambers. I'm too different, ayy. Cause to see I'm gifted, ayy. Diamond shining in the club, ayy. Mouth full of glow slugs, ayy. All these bitches want me, I don't give a damn, baby. Do your 90 days, well. Now ladies in the city, bitches be dumb if they don't try to get with me. I feel like John Cena, many niggas can't save me. I'm counting the racks, remember all them bitches left me on scene. I remember that, man, ain't no getting back, bitch, it's my turn, I'm tryna touch the Middle East and break a couple niggas' neck. Gentleman Hunter said bring it back wet. I ain't gonna lie, you did this. Should've watched what you said. Open my hands and face of each. One order, yeah, complete. Ain't gonna lie, you is deceased. Pussy little bitch, I am a priest. I'm calling in my 10 up in the States, yeah. Turbo crystal over my head, yeah. I'm tryna touch the Middle East, yeah. Lord willing, oh. Got some shit so big, don't wiggle your block, yeah. My HP's in this Glock, yeah. And them bitches high, yeah. I'm tryna get lifted off my feet up in them chambers. I'm too different, ayy. Can't you see I'm different, ayy. Diamond shining in the club, ayy. Mouth full of gold slugs, ayy. All these bitches want me, I don't give a damn, baby. Do your 90 days, well. I'm the latest in the city, bitches be dumb if they don't try to get with me. And next time niggas make a list, man, niggas better put me on it. Humbly speaking, better than your favorite rapper. Understand that? Cooling in the States up in my tent, yeah. Turbo crystal over my head, yeah. I'm trying to touch the Middle East, yeah. Lord willing, oh. Got some shit so big to wiggle your block, yeah. Got HP's in this Glock, yeah. And them bitches high, yeah. I'm trying to get lifted up my feet up in them chambers. I'm too different, ayy. Cause you see I'm different, ayy. Diamond shining in the club, ayy. Mouth full of gold slugs, ayy. Bitch, I'm different. Yeah, for vacation, man. I'm telling you a story about some niggas called KC4, Don't get the real, ayy. Just another day at camp, they was prophesied. And best believe man, them niggas know they seen them purple guys. Yeah, it's time to prophesy. Can see the look up in their eye. Yeah, it was war with words, I ain't gonna lie, they left it on the curb. And man, them niggas fucking try. They left their camp and can't I. Point they speaker our way. It's my way or no way. That's basically what they trying to say. With 30 niggas trying to get us out of the way. Yeah, they had more, man. Was feeling themselves, they turned up today. Cat was cutting them up, hey. Couldn't handle it that day. So they said it's my way. Other fucking highway. Yeah, got so bad, niggas had to leave. But them niggas couldn't leave in peace. Try gotta try and leave. It must not know we priest. Aye, red shirt, he wasn't going for that. He grabbed a tag and took it back. In return, he got pushed back. Said, man, you should defend that. And that's what started that. All the theories, man, stay facts. Deeper than a chair, yeah, it's deeper than that. At this point, it was 30 on 4. Ain't no backing down, ain't no hoe. And we can go blow for blow. Best believe no cowards, ho. Aye, KC4, KC4, KC4. KC4, KC4, KC4. KC4, KC4, KC4. KC4, KC4, KC4. At this point, man, we more into it. Niggas recording this shit, hey, everybody see we into it. 6 niggas on 1 nigga, police side, that's how they do it. Knee on my neck, George Floyd, They called the cops, and held us down, We on the ground, Knee up in our back, Body weight up on us, Spirit of the Lord, yeah, it's on us. All facts, yeah, no persona, KC4, KC4, KC4. KC4, KC4, KC4. KC4, KC4, KC4. KC4, 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 Aye, just another day at camp, they was prophesied. And best believe them niggas, yeah.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So that you said that they put millions of my actions. Yes, you said Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog.
was never expected to grow. Just obstacle set in the road. That a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angels, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
Do you see just how it feels? Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. That was designed fire for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
Do you see just how it feels? Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Yeah, you know what it is. 140 for the rebel, busy man shit, nigga. They take their head off, nigga. I pray when Eve did to Adam, I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like Samson, I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, all they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Nigga think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert. Another cop just stretched the nigga. He a demon, this an exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. You took that oath in blood, then you know I'm gon' get active with you. Fuck the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spit and I ain't listening. Is in fact the If revenge was a woman, now I stroke that bitch like Jackie. So time war, we gon' run the summer. It's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that, bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it Young Baby. How you real trigger know them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? What he saying something, I ain't hear him. This shit light. It ain't about who got the gun, it's about who gon' up that pipe first. I turn a bad situation to a game changer. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain. 6 shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand that feeds you, you'll never get that hand back. He bitchin' about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, out with that hollow side. Yeah, this the real McCoy. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still up on my bread, still I think that's all that I enjoy. The way I get that boy lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy. Yeah, I'm on 44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man. Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and they head with that shit. Fine in, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. They mad, I'm too solid, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. No, they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real. I got real soldiers, kill for me, nigga, watch yourself. They say you been in beast mode lately, you is not yourself. When you dropping that fire, precious marriage, they inquiring. They can't stop what's coming, but I see them conspiring. Cross the line, them firing. This bitch here, finna break the spin. No kindness, I don't trust you, circle small. You can keep your features. Me and my niggas don't keep no secrets. In the field like Jeepers Creepers, say they want some smoke, dawg. So I brought these chimney sweeps. Coming like we coming, you can't even cap. These niggas don't run it like we running, bitch, don't even start. Bitch, I'm with my niggas till the end, till death do us part. So if you wanna leave, you can leave, bitch. Bless your heart, fine in. I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is.
All right, hey, shalom. This is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana, where we teach, the truth of the Bible, that the Israelites are blacks, Hispanics, and natives. Jesus Christ is a black man who's going to come back and wage war on the planet Earth for the atrocities committed to his people and save them out of their captivity around the globe, man. And, I just want to say, today is a day of celebration. Today is a day that a lot of men like me have waited for. Let me get this up, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the end. You know what I'm talking about? You got war all over the globe. You got Israel ravaged by war in multiple countries circling it to protect their diverted interests and assets in that region, man. Iran is threatening war with the U.S. Iran, which is probably one of the last wild cards on the globe, with nukes. I know that your politicians are afraid to tell you, but Iran has nukes. Those nuclear deals that they struck up are not guaranteed, and they have been cited refining uranium multiple times throughout the last 30 to 40 years. So, the jig is up. It's over, y'all. Congratulations. I've been hearing Caucasian people calling this the end of the world, Armageddon, Judgment Day is approaching, all sorts of things they're saying, and for once they're actually right. And I'm going to break it down to you here in the Bible, man. I'm going to first get you, share this. Get you Revelations chapter 16. If you got any questions, please put them in the chats. We're live on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, not Instagram, but X.com, formerly known as Twitter. I'll be taking all questions concerning this or anything else. We'll get right into it. All right, so what the heck going on? There it is. Ooh, it's a little too zoomed in. Okay, Revelation chapter 16, verse 15. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth. That's us. Us in the ISUPK, we're blessed, brother. We're blessed, brothers and sisters. Unlike your Christian church, who doesn't wait on the Lord, they try to make this their heaven. They try to, get their riches, let the poor starve and let the needy go with all sorts of wants. Unlike them, we don't do that. We cast all that to the side and do what we have to, spend our last dollar to feed the needy, clothe those without, clothes, and provide for those in need, and give blacks and Hispanics something they've needed for a long time, their identity and their culture, man. Give them the information to overcome this hell. Jesus Christ said that ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. And that is the truth, man. The truth is that Jesus Christ did not come to do away with the laws. He's not some sort of white sissy boy who is, all forgiving and all loving. He'll love you no matter what, whatever the hell that means. How is Jesus going to love you no matter what? No matter, you can do anything, you can kill, you can destroy your family, destroy yourself, and Jesus is still going to love you and forgive you as long as you just confess that he is Lord in his mouth. That's not the truth. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. The truth is, you need to follow God's law, statutes, and commandments. You need to come back to your culture, Black, Hispanic, and Native American man, and flee away from the cultures of the other nations, your oppressor, namely the devil that the Bible speaks of. We're going to get into it, though. Top of 15, Revelation 16 and 15. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments. That's a metaphor for saying you keep yourself clothed up. You keep you keep yourself protected, man. You know what's going on out here. You're not falling to these little thirst traps on the internet, to these lies that people tell you that you can live your life as you want to. All you got to do is confess, like I just said, confess with your mouth and all your sins are forgiven. No, you have to walk in a certain way. You have to walk as if you've just been given a pardon. You don't get a pardon and then go do the same crime again. And that same principle, those same principles matter and reflect in your daily life. You used to buy, women of the night. Now that Jesus forgave you, you don't go and do it all over again. You used to eat pork. You used to have a OF page. Well, now that you've given your life to Jesus Christ, you don't go and start a new one. You don't go make a new pork chop sandwich now, because you're just stacking more sin on top of the fresh slate that Christ gave you. You don't do that. You know what I'm saying? That's what a part of what it means to keep thy garments here. Keep his garments, lest he walk naked. That's what a lot of y'all are doing. That's why a lot of y'all are scared. Like the old joke where lesbians, when they hear those judgment horns in the sky, they're gonna take all those masculine clothes off and put a dress on. It's not that they were naked, but they knew that Christ would not accept them for how they would appear to him in that moment. That's what it means. Lest he walk naked. Those women of an alternative lifestyle often are walking naked in the eyes of God, as well as many others. And they see his shame. I'm explaining this, man. This is coming to us. This right here. Christ is coming back, and a lot of you should be more afraid. Some of you are, and I commend you for that little bit. As for me, I'm happy. I've been watching and waiting the whole time. I've been getting myself together this whole time, and this class, this live here, is for you to get that opportunity as well before it's too late. Because the wars in the Middle East, the wars in Ukraine, the wars all over the world are a sign of Jesus Christ's coming. He's coming back soon. Let's get verse 16. And he gathered them together into a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon. That's what's going to happen, man. That's what Tucker Carlson and many other astute white military leaders believe is happening. The Battle of Armageddon is happening. Let me pull up a video for you.
In that direction. What's new and interesting and ominous is that very few Republicans, the opposition party, are pushing back. Instead, some of the party's leaders are encouraging it. Here, for example, is Senator Lindsey Graham of South Carolina from last weekend on NBC.
You said this week that the only way to keep the war from escalating is to hold Iran accountable, part of what you're talking about now, and that it might mean bombing their oil refineries.
Yeah.
Have you had any discussions with the Biden administration about this?
A bit. Here's my message. If Hezbollah, which is a proxy of Iran, launches a massive attack on Israel, I will consider that a threat to the state of Israel, existential in nature. I will introduce a resolution in the United States Senate to allow military action by the United States in conjunction with Israel to knock Iran out of the oil business. Iran, if you...
This is a U.S. senator saying that if Iran escalates this conflict in the Middle East, he will start a vote on the floor personally. He's promising. He will start a vote on the floor of the Congress, of the Senate, to start a war with Iran. This is what he's saying on live television, man. You all don't even know that because you're too worried about Blueface or Krishan or Cardi B or Lil Baby. This U.S. senator just said he's about to, if he sees something go wrong in that Middle East, he's going to start World War III. He's going to start the vote himself, and he's not alone in this. He's not the only senator who believes this.
You escalate this war, we're coming for you.
Are you effectively poised to declare war on Iran? That's very strong language.
I am poised to use military force to destroy the source of funding for Hamas and Hezbollah.
Yeah, of course, that is.
No, that's Lindsey Graham. A few others in the
That's just
Republican Party will be that open about their...
He's going to start World War III, man. She's like, oh, you're going to start the war then, if they do something, which is what they're going to do. Hamas is backed by Iran and Hezbollah, which is just another name for Iran, a military faction backed by Iran. And if either one of those outwardly make a retaliation or a strike on Israel again, this whole thing's getting blown over the top. But, us in the UPK, we say cheers. Cheers. We've been waiting for this the whole time, man.
Their intentions, but very few disagree with him. Certainly not in private. They agree. So what would war with Iran mean? Well, it's hard to know because virtually no one who's talking about it in public is operating from a deep interest in America's interest. Is this good for us or is it not? Former Colonel Douglas McGregor is the CEO of Our Country, Our Choice, and one of the first people we turn to for analysis of events like this because he is interested in what happens to the United States. He joins us now. Doug, thank you for coming on. Do you think that we are moving toward war with Iran?
Yes, I do. And it looks like the chosen destination is indeed Armageddon. There doesn't seem to be any real appreciation for the implications for us and frankly, for Europe and the world, as well as the Middle East, of such action.
Let me run that back. You might not have heard it. This former, I believe, general just said that, the chosen path is Armageddon. They're walking right down the line into, what God and his prophets prophesied in the book of Revelations, all over the Bible, really.
I do. And it looks like the chosen destination is indeed Armageddon.
Armageddon is a place. This man doesn't even know. I don't know if he knows how much he's really saying. Everybody's going to go to war in Armageddon, which is also known as the Valley of Decision. Also, which is just that Middle East area, the true land of Israel, man.
There doesn't seem to be any real appreciation for the implications for us and frankly, for Europe and the world, as well as the Middle East, of such action. Take for an example, just on the economic side, about 20% of the world's oil passes through the Straits of Hormuz every month. Probably 25% of liquefied natural gas. And you're talking about shutting down 2 to 3 million barrels a day of oil from Iran. This
is what everybody's worried about, man. It's the implications, the barrels of oil they're projected to lose, all of this. Their very diverse interest in that Middle Eastern area is so touchy that if anybody were to just come and tilt it over a little bit more, we all got to go to war. Because if we lose anything there, it'd be losing too much. As you can see with how the economy is, how it's doing worldwide, as you can see it.
Entire region is involved in the war. This is not an Iranian monopoly by any stretch of the imagination. But the point is that when we're looking at 10-year Treasury yields up over 5%, and people are increasingly convinced that the Fed has lost control, the economic side of the house is a catastrophe. Then when you look at the military side, you have to look at the arsenal of missiles that Iran possesses. And they can reach out 1,200 miles with great precision, very high explosive conventional warheads that would do enormous damage, destroying whole city blocks in places like Haifa, Tel Aviv, even Jerusalem, though I doubt they would attack Jerusalem. The bottom line is that we need to think this through, and everyone right now is emoting. There is no thinking anywhere, as far as I can tell. The only possible exception may be, amazingly enough, Mr. Erdogan in Turkey, who came out this morning and indicated he was willing to mediate the dispute between Israel and Hamas. Whether or not anyone in Washington or Israel is interested in talking, I don't know. But if we could sideline Turkey and keep Turkey out of the fight, that would ultimately help Israel enormously.
Look, that man just said everybody has an interest to fighting this war coming up, man. Everybody does. And I'm going to pull the scripture to prove it. If you're coming in, like the live, unless you're a closeted, racialist. But come in and like this live on TikTok, like it on every platform that you're on or you have. Come in, like the live, and we're going to get this down for you. He's talking about all the different countries that are prepared to go to war, man. Prepared to go to war for their interests or their assets in the Middle East, whether it be the oil, the trade, or the treaties that they have. Everybody's going to get pulled into it, and that's exactly what the Bible said would happen. It's exactly what it said would happen. Give me 1 second here. Should have brought my glasses. All right. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 9. It says, "Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong." This is God saying, you're going to war. There's nothing you could do about it. Come in and like the live, man. You're going to war, and there's nothing you could do about it. To all the Gentiles, all the nations of the earth are going to war, man. Let me scroll down a little bit. Right. Let me go to verse 12. "Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. That's where the battle of, that's where Armageddon is. That's where the land of Israel is, that area. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Everybody's gonna get God's judgment this day, man. Everybody is. You're all going to understand how much God loves righteousness and hates wickedness, man. That day, there won't be any confusion about who's the good guy and who's the bad guy, because God will be deciding it. Let me get this right. This is going to be a little annoying. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Verse 13, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. That's exactly what's going to happen, man. The Lord is going to fill this battle to the brim. It's going to be all hands on deck. All hands on deck. You're going to have every major country and minor countries. Turkey's about to be in this, man. Turkey's, and I ain't going to lie, Turkey got some straps. They got some of the fastest jets out there, beating America's outdated F-15 or whatever the heck, and their Harriers. Turkey's got some firepower. All these countries are going to go into battle, going to go into war, because God commands it. You think this world is just going to keep spinning round and round, and you'll be able to just whore out of both draw legs, lie to women, be a lascivious woman if you are one, and everything's going to be okay. But God said there will be a judgment. Eventually, there will be an end of all of those things and the beginning of his kingdom of heaven, man. And these things you see in the Middle East, these things you see over in the country of Israel, the state of Israel, is exactly the beginning of it and the beginning of the end. All right. Let the heathen be wakened and come to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Verse 14, multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. That is exactly what it is, man. That's exactly what you see today. It's the day of the Lord, judgment day, is growing ever closer. And you can see it, man. You can see it right plainly in front of you. And it's so funny now, because nobody's even going for the major lies that the state is doing. Black people are like, I know oppression when I see it, and those Palestinians are oppressed. You know what I'm saying? Not that I'm batting for Palestinians, because I've spoken to Palestinians, and they believe that they are ahead of us in the Pain Olympics. But I digress. What Israel is doing to those Palestinians is deplorable, it's horrible, and it's disgusting. And black people recognize that. Most people around the globe recognize it. But the U.S. government don't care that you recognize it. They still want you to back the bad guy, back the oppressor, not the oppressed. But that won't, just because you disagree doesn't mean anything will change until God shows up. Until Yahushua in the Hebrew, Jesus Christ in English, comes down and changes everything and justifies and judges everybody who needs to be. All right, let me drop this. I'm going to get Isaiah. Let me get some more of this video, too. Because I ain't going to lie, these boys are crying. Crying. It's Armageddon. We all going to die.
So what would happen to the United States if we followed Senator Graham's advice and just began bombing critical infrastructure in Iran? Like what would happen then?
Well, all of the bases that we have in Iraq and Syria, unfortunately, where we still have over 1,000 Americans, all of those would be targeted, and this time they would target them accurately, and this destruction would be wholesale. I would expect trouble here at home and in the United States because of the open border. Hezbollah has a very large operation in Mexico. There are no doubt many Hezbollah agents.
This dude is saying Iran has agents in Mexico, which is a crazy thing to say. I must admit, it is insane to say. If it's true, it sounds like just some right wing. To me, it sounds a little bit. Hey, maybe he's got some information I don't have. Maybe he's got some information I don't have. I will say this. The Bible says America will be the lake of fire. It will burn in thermonuclear war. Warheads are going to sink into the soil of America and burn this place from the bottom to the top. That's prophesied in the Bible as well. So maybe, Hezbollah is over there in Mexico or in Canada, and they, they're going to wreak havoc if anything pops off majorly over there in the Middle East, in the country of Israel. Let me get the rest of this.
Agents inside the United States, we can only begin to imagine the kind of trouble they could cause. The missile and space program in Iran is very advanced, as is their cyber warfare capability. All of these things would be brought to bear against us. But what's most important, I think, for Americans to understand is if we attack Iran on the basis of Hezbollah's alleged willingness to attack Israel if Israel invades Gaza, we will end up in a fight with Russia. Russia will not sit by quietly and watch Iran destroyed by the United States air and naval power in the region. And once Russia enters this, it becomes much more than just a local conflict.
It becomes World War III, man. He just said this military expert. I know you a lot of the liberals don't know a lot about military, but this military expert just said that if America goes and fights Hezbollah or Iran, then Russia will not sit idly by. It will pick up arms and combat the U.S. And if that happens, well, this stops being just a little skirmish in the Middle East. This stops being a little fight, a little fight between Arabs in the desert. It starts to turn into that other thing. This starts to turn into World War III. Let me finish this.
Maybe more than just a regional war. We haven't thought this through. We need to do that. And I doubt seriously at that point that the Turks would be able to stay out. The Turks are Sunni Muslims. They are the de facto leaders of the Sunni Muslim world. They have the largest armed forces in the region. They are in close proximity to Israel. They could move forces south through Syria very rapidly. And I'm sure Bashar al-Assad, assuming he even survives the opening of this campaign, would not obstruct them.
So many questions, but just to back up one click, you described Iran's missile arsenal, but Iran is a country that's been the subject of a very intense sanction regime from the United States, increased by the last president, Donald Trump, but for a long time. How is Iran still such a powerful country militarily given those sanctions? It sounds like maybe they didn't work.
Oh, no, I think that's an important point, Tucker, and you're absolutely right. We place so much value on these sanctions and assume that they have this profound impact. Normally, sanctions harm the population in terms of lowering its standard of living, making life more difficult for the everyday citizen, but it doesn't fundamentally alter the policy or the goals and objectives of the government. And this is something that I don't think we understand. And the same thing is true for Hamas and Gaza. You want to go after Hamas. You want to destroy it. I think everyone with a sound mind is interested in the destruction of Hamas. But do you want to kill hundreds of thousands of people in order to get at Hamas? That's the question. We have the same problem in Iran. Our sanctions have not harmed the regime's ability to develop and build very, very complex.
Let me explain that for you. He's saying that the sanctions on the U.S., right? The sanctions to prevent the production or refinement of uranium in Iran, you know, they look nice. They make it harder for them, but it doesn't really stop them. It doesn't stop them from, hold on, Slovakia. No, that's it, yeah. It doesn't really stop them from actually producing nuclear warheads, because the sanctions stop, it just hurts trade a little bit. It hurts the trade of the country. But the country could, of course, do anything in the dark, do anything secretively, just like the CIA. They could smuggle uranium into their country, build an underground laboratory like most uranium refinement factories are, most nuclear plants are, and refine uranium anyways. Throughout the years, of course, I said earlier, Iran has been caught refining uranium and in weaponizing it, even though these sanctions were placed upon them. So to believe that these sanctions to stop the weaponization or the production of or the refinement of uranium into weapons, to believe that that actually was right is foolish. It's foolish. It's kind of like saying, you know, the U.S. government doesn't spy on its citizens. You know, it sounds nice. It's technically unconstitutional. They're not supposed to, but they're doing it anyways. Let me get some more of this video, man.
Complex and sophisticated missiles. These missiles are very accurate now. There are hundreds, if not thousands. And the long-range missiles, the 1,200-mile range theater ballistic missiles, are a very serious threat to us in the region and to Israel. And the sanctions have had no impact there. If anything, the Iranians have pulled together the best human capital in their country, the best engineers, the best thinkers, and put them to work primarily on missile technology and on cyber warfare. And that's where we stand right now. We have to expect the worst as a result if we strike Iran.
How is the U.S. military, do you think?
Look at Tucker Carlson. He's tripping over his words. Tucker Carlson rarely does that. That oppressor. That's. Hey, look. I want to say Tawada, Yahweh, Wa Yahweh Shai. Get a Lord a hand, man. Get a Lord a hand. World War III, baby, is cooking. And I'm not gonna lie, a lot of hell is coming to everybody. Everybody. You better pray. I'm gonna be praying. You know what I'm saying? Praying for myself, my loved ones, and my people. But we're going to have to go through this to be free. We're going to have to go through hardships to be free. This oncoming war, this devastation that's coming forward, that's going to take over the entire planet. Nobody will escape it. Not the rich, not the poor, not the smart, not the dumb. Nobody is going to escape the hardships to come. But you know, it's necessary for the freedom and the empowerment of blacks, Hispanics, and natives. So I'm willing to go through it. You know what I'm saying? And all y'all should be able to and should pray for it and wish for it as well. Should wish for it. It's not going to be a pretty thing, but it's going to be necessary. You got Tucker Carlson tripping over his words, quaking in his boots. Let me get Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 9. Do I want to get this article? Now, let me get this art. Also, I mean, I'm not going to read it. You know, China has even pulled up battleships into the Middle East, into the Mediterranean, the Red Sea, you know what I'm saying? It's in preparation, in defense, and trying to stop this oncoming war, but it's inevitable. It's inevitable. The word of the Lord does not come back vain. It doesn't come back for nothing. He don't say nothing. He doesn't say things for no reason. Isaiah chapter 13, verse 9. But behold, The day of the Lord cometh, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. That's what's going to happen, man. That's what's going to happen to all the places of the earth, especially that Middle East. You got gay parades in Tel Aviv, the land of Israel. You're parading yourself, quite literally parading yourself, telling the world that you're God's chosen people, and then you're literally breaking God's laws in his land. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. That's obviously not what, let me get another verse too. That's obviously a falsehood. The Bible says that those are fake Jews anyways, those that would call themselves Jews and are not. All right, reading on. Verse 10. For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. This is the Bible saying, it's a metaphor, of course, saying that, the people you look up to, the Tucker Carlsons, the Rihannas, the presidents, the senators, the political leaders, the celebrities, they're not gonna give out their lights. Their light would be their knowledge, their information, or whatever you want to call it. Their knowledge, the things that you can the things that you believe in, the reality you believe in. They won't give out their light. They won't have any information. They won't have a reason or an explanation for the things that are going on around you. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth. So that's into that metaphor. And the moon shall not cause her light to shine. And the moon giving her light is wisdom. Wisdom shall cease as well. You know what I mean? The wisdom of this Bible shall stop. The Bible says that at first I shall send fishers, and then I shall send forth my hunters. This isn't all, the priests and prophets aren't always going to be here. There's not going to be somebody here who will sit down with you and explain the Bible to you, explain what God is saying, explain what you need to do to give you the wisdom to survive this upcoming tribulation. That's not going to always happen. This is the day that this verse is describing, when that's going to happen. All right, verse 11. And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease. Look, man, that's what's coming. That's what's coming. The punishment of the world, the punishment of the evil, and the wicked for their iniquity. And the proud. There are so many proud people walking around today. No sense of humility to get on a level with a brother to speak. Women especially. I could always talk about this. Women have no sense of just common decency. You know what I mean? I feel like, from not feeling like a plate of food at the Cheesecake Factory is enough to just being an outright dragon, lying on God and the Bible about your imagination, saying that God agrees with whatever you feel. And that comes from arrogance and pride. It comes from arrogance and pride beyond measure. I couldn't even imagine feeling that way. If somebody read me a verse in the Bible and then I go back and say, well, that's not what that means. It means what I feel. That's proud arrogance. That's what that is, man. And God is coming to cause that to cease. Have that stop. That's going to stop for a lot of you sisters or women out there. Verse 12, I will make a man more precious than fine gold. Those are the men in the UPK. Those are the men that follow God's laws, statutes, and commandments and uphold his word. You know what I'm saying? And that this day that's coming up, this day right now, that man is more fine than gold. You're going to want him more than gold. You're going to want a man more than ever. Sisters feel like they don't need a man. I don't need no man. I can do bad all by myself. Taraji P. Henson, that's who you think you are. But when this pops off, you're going to be a little bitty girl all over again. You're going to need help. You're going to need a man, just like you think you need money right now. You know what I'm saying? Even more than you think you need money right now. Let me see here. Even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. It's just talking about the quality, the rarity of the man that if you could ever find him in that day, there will be a lot of, it's going to be Mad Max out here, man. People wearing masks, trying to terrorize you, murder you, or unalive you, rob you, worse, grape you, all of that. That's going to happen after this all pops off. And you think that you can do bad all by yourself. You think you're Mad Max. I'm going to tell you, feminism is going to die this day. This day that the Bible is describing, feminism won't exist. Let me get... Ezekiel chapter 38. Do I have anything else? That's not it. I'm looking for it. Hold up. Salakia. There it is. All right, forget it. We're going to move on. Ecclesiastes chapter 38, verse 3. And say, thus saith the Lord God, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws. Gog is, the so-called Russians. This is a house of Esau, Idumea, you know what I'm saying? This is God prophesying the wars that will be started. And there will be people who don't want to go. There will be nations who don't want to go. A lot of nations don't want to go into World War III. You know what I'm saying? America, more than half of America don't want to go. But you're going to go anyways. And this is what it's going to be like. The Lord said, this is verse 4, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws. I will bring thee forth and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. This is God saying, I'm going to inspire you. I'm going to make you. I'm going to force you. That's what those hooks are, to turn you back. Like a like a fish caught in the trap caught a hook with the baited back into the battle. That's what these nations are going to be. That's what you see today. They're baited into this battle, and they're going to come decked out. All of the best trucks, weapons, small arms, long arms, missiles, ballistic air missiles, warships, jets, helicopters, tanks, all of that, weapons you've never seen before. Everybody's going to be strapped. It's not going to be like World War II when Russia there were 2 men every 1 rifle and everybody just was holding bullets till a guy died. That's not what it's going to be like. It says all of them handling swords. Everybody's going to be strapped. Everybody's going to have something to hold on to. Verse 5, Persia. That Persia is the Iran. That's Iran. Ethiopia and Libya. You know who they are. With them. All of them with shield and helmet. You know what I'm saying? And that's who's going to go to war with Russia. Russia's going to go to bat for these countries. And these countries, vice versa, for Russia. You know what I'm saying? Persia and Russia have stakes in each other, both in their oil and as well as just the treaties that they've made with each other. Verse 6, Gomer and all his bands, the house of Tagarma of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. Verse 8, after many days thou shalt be visited. In the latter years thou shalt come into the land that is brought back from the sword. It's like it. But that's just the prophecy then reflecting on today's time, man. Look, I'm going to go ahead and... Who we got in here? With that, I'm going to close out the class, man. If you're in the area, if you're in the Texas, Killeen area, come down to this school, this location, man. Look us up on Google. That's ISUPK Killeen on Google. Look us up on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Subscribe, follow us, like the page, like the videos, man. Come on, come down and gather with your brothers and sisters before it's too late. Before it's too late, before there's no turning back, before you're stuck alone with a mob of psychos outside and you have nobody to call. Come down to the ISUPK. Don't be afraid. We don't care if you're smoking weed, brother. We're going to help you get off of that. We don't care, Come down and talk to us about your problems. Talk to us about your abusive mother and father. We're going to counsel you. We're going to help you out. Come on down and gather with your brothers and sisters. Gather with your people and prepare for Christ to come back. With that, I say shalom.